glad tomorrow is a holiday so I can watch Hassan on day one of the dictatorship bench.
I genuinely do wonder how much of like TikTok is back. For now, it's back. It'll probably get. I mean, I honestly think it's going to get reinstated permanently because I think that Red, uh, Red Note, jumping to the top of the App Store was not good. People had breakdowns. I thought I saved it earlier, but I'm struggling to find them. Posture check, dude. I need a posture check. Hold up. I'm not sitting in my chair correctly. I think this shit is all staged. I mean, I don't think it's staged. I think it's legitimate. But I do also think that like they've I think that the both the people who proposed the ban and all of the legislators who enacted on attempting the ban recognized that people don't like to see their app like banned, their entertainment app, and it's a lot of people. The American Experiment season finale premieres tomorrow. So exciting. No. No, please. They don't want their treats taken away. Yeah. I think they're being sincere when they thought that ByteDance would sell. Oh, yeah, but I don't think that ByteDance will sell. Because why the fuck would they? Let me. One sec. As Hassan says, America is one take away the goodies from fascism. Yeah. $200 billion valuation is a good reason to sell. Yes, but TikTok exists outside of the US. I've seen this. It's pretty funny.
Is a major treat for 170 million Americans. If you take away this treat, people are going to get very mad. Everything falls apart if you don't have access to treats. Well, what am I doing this for? You took the last thing I had. I don't have health care. My health care is a for-profit and tied to my job that I hate. I sit around in traffic to get there all day, every day. The roads are filled with potholes. The world is seemingly on fire or underwater, sometimes at the same time. I don't have anything. The only thing I have is a relatively inexpensive television that I can buy year over year. You can't buy a house. You can't retire. The world is on fire. There's constant war all the time. Everything sucks. Dollar menu is gone. TikTok is a major...
Dollar menu is gone. I mean, just think about it reasonably for half a second, right? I don't know if people remember, but that CEO did get offed. I don't think that the people in power realize how stretched thin the average American is. Oh, let me get this straight. I have the privilege of showing up to my job where I get treated by customers like shit and I get treated like by my boss like shit. My healthcare is basically meaningless because if I ever do have to go to the ER, it doesn't matter since I still have to pay thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands, even though I have insurance. I'm not supposed to buy anything outside ever because I need to save money for a retirement that will never come. So I get to feel guilty every time I get a coffee or lunch outside. And then I spend the 2 days off that I have cleaning my apartment or home, or in some instances, home that you will never be able to buy, so just apartment. And then on the weekdays, I get to go right back to work where I spend 2 hours in traffic or more, so I can come home and spend 2 hours enjoying myself before it's time to work again. Wow, we're getting a lot of stuff here. Excellent. Cool. Cool. Good stuff. But I did want to watch I think it was this one. It was TikTokers. TikTokers on TikTok about the ban.
Do this! You can't take away TikTok!
And to the US government, I'm never forgiving you for this. And I'm never gonna trust you ever again because you just like that.
One, I would just like to say, you are the US is radicalizing people really quickly, okay? Two, these are all objectively hilarious to watch.
Took away millions of people's income and livelihood.
If TikTok is actually getting banned in a month, I don't even give a fuck anymore. I'm gonna start saying how I actually feel. And let me start by saying that the US government is such an embarrassment and complete disgrace to the American people.
Emotional reactions are pouring out as millions of Americans face the reality of losing their favorite app. TikTok has become more than just an app. It's a culture, a movement, and for some, even a career. But now, it's under threat in the United States, with a looming ban that could pull the plug on millions of users. The question isn't just, why is this happening? But what happens next? From heated debates to emotional reactions, this story is shaking the nation.
AI?
If the government bans TikTok, I'm not gonna pay my taxes. I said it. TikTok is my job, all right? I get money from this. Last year, the money that I earned from TikTok, I paid taxes on it. This year, I'm not doing that, all right? If you can't take away my job and then still demand taxes, that's not how this works, all right?
The thing that I don't understand about the TikTok ban is the way that Congress did not think that the average American would feel betrayed by this decision. TikTok is a significant revenue stream for like 1 million people at this point. That is a lot of Americans. Why would they think that we would be okay losing that income stream in order to combat the nebulous threat of China on the global scale? Especially when they can't even clearly define
Who do you think you are not paying taxes? A rich person? Stop.
what that threat is. If the fear is disseminating propaganda, we already have Meta doing that. We already have X doing that. In fact, those platforms are much worse for propaganda. The guy who controls the entire algorithm of Twitter.
I mean, also, we get fucking letters in the mail every other week about how our data was compromised. Here's 5 pennies. Here's a nickel. Sorry, we sold your social security number to Thailand. Okay, I guess. Thank you. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with this. Buy a fraction of an egg, I guess. We already know that all of our information is being sold to 1 million different countries. I don't give a fuck if TikTok is also using our data. American companies are already selling our data. Do you think people don't know this?
Twitter has an office in the White House. Meta is eliminating fact checkers. Like, when it comes to propaganda, we understand it's everywhere. So that's clearly not an issue. Data collection? Sure, China can use all of the data that it's collected on Americans to make broad...
Equifax, a company I never signed up for, is okay to have and misuse my data, but not TikTok.
Geopolitical moves, but is that really as much of a danger to the average person as losing half your income? No. Why would they not think about that? And now they're acting all confused? I don't understand. Help me understand.
The looming TikTok ban is more than just a political move. It's a life-altering crisis for millions of creators who built their careers on the platform. These individuals, who spent years cultivating audiences and turning content into full-time jobs, now face an uncertain future. For many, TikTok wasn't just entertainment. It was a launchpad for entrepreneurship, brand partnerships, and global recognition. As the ban inches closer, critics have begun voicing their opinions, accusing creators of relying too heavily on a platform that was never guaranteed to last. The phrase, "get a real job," has been thrown around, dismissing the effort and creativity poured into their work.
Sorry, one more thing to people that are going around telling content creators that are upset that they're losing their platforms to get a job. Why have you been on TikTok? Were you on here because it was entertaining? Were you on here because you liked learning things? You're a lady, did you ever watch a makeup tutorial or a hair tutorial? Maybe you're into books, did you watch videos about books? Maybe you're into science, did you watch videos explaining things about science? Did you like AS?
High key, low key, it's giving the same energy. Oh man, I had this clip on hand, but I never got a chance to utilize it, so I'm never going to be able to find it again, but it was in my likes or my bookmark somewhere. But it was basically talking about how the cognitive dissonance you have to have as an American, that both you don't think that people who work in coffee shops or baristas deserve to be baristas as a career, but also you want your coffee. You want to be able to go to a coffee shop and buy coffee at your convenience. You can't want the service to be performed for you and also think that those people shouldn't be allowed to pick that as a career. But you can't have your cake and eat it too. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It literally doesn't make any fucking sense. It's a Brendan Lee Mulligan clip. Thank you, Moink. I think this is the one. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I remember a guy being like, you know, like you're working in a coffee shop somewhere and, you know, like you got to think like that's not a career. You got to do that. And I remember talking to the guy and being like, so do you think no one should work in a coffee shop? And he was like, I wouldn't. And I was like, but I'm asking you, do you think coffee shops shouldn't exist? And he was like, no, I love coffee. And I was like, so you're bad.
Yeah.
Like, do you see? That you are saying it should exist, and if you want it to exist, you should want it to be that anyone who works there, because again, we're agreeing it's good and necessary. Yeah. Coffee shops are actually better than what you do. It's better to pour a cup of coffee than whatever fucking thing you do all day, right?
I've had someone I was door dashing to tell me to get a real job for asking if there was a tip. Like, you called me, fuckhead. Dude, I don't understand people who don't, like, tip. I don't get Americans who have someone come and deliver stuff to them and then don't tip. It's kind of insane.
That's a nice, cool thing to do that's good to do, is to make a good cup of coffee. So someone doing that should live in dignity and comfort and safety, right? We all think that is true. And like the idea that he was like, no, it should exist and it should hurt and be bad to do it. I remember a guy being,
it's just bizarre to me. Like, I don't get it. It's like, you want your little funny TikToks. You want to be able to scroll while you're taking a shit or fucking showing up at work, not working, based. Or, you know, when your bitch wife is yapping. I get it. You want to watch your TikToks. But also what? You don't think it's a job? You're once you're at the point where you're commenting on TikTok, you clearly like that app too much. Okay? I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I've watched probably thousands of YouTube videos. I like YouTube. I like YouTube Shorts. Yes, sue me. I don't remember the last time I commented. I think the last time I commented when I was 14 on a Vocaloid video and said, wow, Kaido is so kawaii or something like that. And that's the last time. And I was unemployed, okay? It was okay for me to do that. That was fine. And also a teenager. Okay. And also I was a teenager, Your Honor. Okay. I was allowed to like Hatsune Miku. If you're at the point where you're commenting on videos, you are not allowed to tell people to get a job. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. What? Huh? I'd be 80 and still like Miku. Be better, Denim. Sorry, you're right. My bad. Sorry. My bad. What do you think of us typing in chat right now? I think it's based. You clearly like what you have and you want to enjoy it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't comment. I'm saying that I can't imagine liking something so much that I feel the need to interact and still think that those people shouldn't get paid. That's what I don't understand. What the fuck? What? That's insane. That's crazy. It's like, it's the exact type, sorry, it's the exact type of brain rot of like the dudes that are super anti OnlyFans. They're like, OnlyFans is ruining society. It's breaking homes. It's ruining women. It's ruining the dating marketplace. I'm addicted to porn because of OnlyFans. It's like, wait a minute. I'll just back up for a second. Let's go back. Let's go back like 10 steps on that. First of all, is there a woman in your home holding a gun to you, making you buy any of this stuff? Second of all, what was that last thing you said? Third, you clearly want to watch porn. Why are you mad that this service exists and makes money for the people that are making the porn for you? I don't understand. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. What the fuck is going on? Denims, I go to concerts and then I complain that the bands should not get paid. I'm like, what? Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
ASMR video. Did you like music? Did you like listening to new music or hearing people sing? Maybe you like all the funny content that's on here, all the people that make comedy. Clearly you like something because you're on the app and you're on here enough that you're scrolling through and you're commenting on things. So you like what the content creators are doing. You are engaging with what the content creators are doing. You gave content creators their jobs. And now you want to turn around and be like, get a job, cry about it. Content creators make content for people to consume. They spend time on it and they get paid for it. It's as simple as that. It is a job. The reason why there is high quality content out there is because people make money doing it. Because there would not be an incentivization for people to make that kind of content and put the time and effort that you have to put into making that kind of stuff if there wasn't some sort of incentive. So content creation is a job and you are actively consuming it.
Don't listen to this dumb woman. Content creation is not a job. I'm kidding. I was kidding. Okay, I'm just joking. I'm joking. That was just a joke.
And you would be sad if you lost your job also. Like, if you had a good job that you loved and you'd had for years, you would also be upset. So stop telling people to go get a job. Like, yeah, we'll figure it out. We're not dumb, but like, come on.
For influencers, the app's potential disappearance doesn't just mean losing followers. It means losing income, stability.
I think the reason, so I want to say one thing on like jobs, as content creation as a job. The reason that people don't like to call it a job is because it is, it can be very fun and it can be very satisfying and it can make a lot of money. But these are all like big maybes on all of the three fronts, right? And most people who are working everyday normie jobs, it usually doesn't fit that criteria or those three criterias, right? Most content creators are their own bosses, a lot of autonomy and freedom, so it's envy as well. I do think so as well, yeah. But like, anyone here who's ever tried to stream, I'm sure, or ever tried to keep a stream schedule, it's like kind of a double-edged sword on like being your own boss. Because it obviously all the pros of being your own boss. It's great. You can show up late. You can show up early. You can take the day off. If there's an emergency, you don't have to worry about anything. You can just not be there. You can, streaming less so, but other platforms more so, like YouTube, you can actually hire a lot of the labor that you would have to do to somebody else. But also, and most content creators will tell you this, or anyone who's tried to maintain content, it's it's very hard to get yourself to, or can be very hard to get yourself to work. Right? Because like, I'm so sorry, my voice keeps cracking. Also, less alienation from your work. Since being a content creator, you can be very creative, a good outlet for self-actualization. 100%. Yes. I want to look at this in a second too. Expect to see you at 9 a.m. on sharp on Mold Mondays. Yeah. But like, there's also like it's a double-edged sword because you also have to force yourself to just get up and do it yourself. Like, think about how hard it is to discipline yourself to fucking go to the gym. You have the free time to do it. For some of you, might even have the gym equipment at home. And think about how hard it is to just discipline yourself to do this thing that you want to do. Like, you have to be a little, I think, mentally ill. And I think you have to be a little bit insane. Like, you have to really, really, really like it to get yourself to constantly do it. It's right next door. Caught. Stop calling me out. Caught. You're making money though. I'd want to go live to make money. Sure, but that's also like, first of all, it's years of getting yourself to do this thing consistently with like a chat of no people, or like making YouTube videos that get no views for a really long time, for an indefinite amount of time. You don't know how long it'll be, right? And that's the thing that can be very demoralizing, which is also why it's very demoralizing for a lot of people. And also, like, if you're not motivated to go live on your own, when you do make money, going live is going to suck. Because then it's actually going to be a job for real. Because you're going to be like, oh, I'll just go. Well, obviously I can go live. It'll make me money. But you don't actually like doing the thing. So now it's an even bigger form of a chore for you. And like any content creator, like you can ask basically any content creator and they will tell you if you get into content just trying to make money, you're going to quit. And if you don't quit, you're going to quit after you start making money because you hate it. If you can't do it when you're not making money, you're not going to want to do it when you are making money. Rents do go live. Yeah. There's a lot of content creators also who like end up quitting streaming and go back to like normie work because they don't, it takes the joy out of content creation when you have to do it to pay your fucking bills. And also every second you're not working, you feel guilty because you're like, oh God, I should be working. Oh God, I should be working. Oh God, I should be working. Which is just like the worst. It sucks. It sucks. Also, Benign Burger, what the fuck? Stop. You're making all my points not based. But thank you. What the hell? Thank you for the 20, 50 gift subs. Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Jesus Christ. Wow. Everybody say thank you if you got a gift sub. Thank you. Yeah, this is a great example. Milena, NMP, NMP's ex-girlfriend, wife, I don't know. Literally, she never really liked streaming, never really liked being on camera. And the money is just like, it's just not enough to make you like it. If you don't like this thing innately, you're not going to keep doing that thing. Which sucks because she was amazing and awesome and really funny and added so much to the stream, I feel like. But you can't make yourself do the thing. You'll just get burnt out. But anyways, Fellini, thank you for the gift sub also to Valerie. Thank you. Thank you. And she still put so much work into it? Yeah. Same with Forson's girlfriend? Yeah. Also, Gremlo, you made a really good point as well.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back, Mesos. Wait, Gremlo made a really good point. City Whale, thank you so much for the Prime, by the way. Thank you. And again, Benign Burger, thank you again so much for all the gift subs. It's really generous of you. Thank you. Chatters don't know about the negative incentives of content creation. You don't stream, you don't make money, line must go up or you fall off, etc., etc. Yeah. This is like, I took... Oh, the month that I got banned, that was the first vacation that I had from streaming in 5 years. And I didn't pick to do that. What was the ban for? For saying I didn't like hummus. I didn't like Sabra hummus. In front of a Twitch panel with advertisers on it. Yeah. And like the entire time I was like, I'm gonna really like this vacation. And the entire time I was just stressed I would fall off. Like the entire time I was just like, I wish I could just stream today. I'd wake up some days. Like the first week was fine. I was like, oh wow, this is nice. And the second week was not great. The third week was even worse. The fourth week was like the worst. I was like, this sucks. Oh my god, I actually hate this. Is that real though? What's real? Fellini, thank you for the gifts up to Maya. Thank you. Yeah, I actually was so sad. Being on the same internet as Ethan Klein, that was her sin. Yeah, that was my sin. It's a lot like lifting. Also, you have to keep investing or you decline. And after years, you may still not be that strong. Yeah. Again, I'm not saying that it's not like a very privileged position to be in. 100% it is. And like, I am grateful every day that I get to do this and that I get to get on the internet and watch videos, which is insane. Like 50% of me is certain that I'm in a coma. Because it's so absurd. Like this is so absurd. This is fake. Like it has to be fake, right? It's absurd. Oh yes, here's my chat of totally real people as I sit at my computer with a camera. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, sure. Denims, wake up to you. If this was your coma dream, how come you're so cringe? Got him. No, I'm cringe. I'm cringe in all of my dreams. Most of my dreams are nightmares where I'm just being cringe in front of someone else. I'm not joking, by the way, chat. I'm being totally honest. It's terrible. I don't recommend it. And then I wake up and I'm like, oh my god, was I just cringe in front of Valkyrie? Was that real? I think it was just a dream. I think it was fine. Oh god, why did I think that would be cool? Ew. And it's just that all the time. It's not great. I don't.
Look at your hair.
Thanks. Oh my god, Benign, thank you for the 10. What the hell? Thank you. Thank you, Frida. Thank you for the 9 months. 19 months. Thank you. Thanks. But I do appreciate you, Denims. I do appreciate you though, Denims. You in this community help me feel not alone. Oh, thanks. I will say, even on the days where I like feel the least motivated to stream, or I'm just like tired, or I didn't sleep enough, or I feel like there isn't enough content.
You know, chat is real, Denims. Your brain could never be this funny.
I have to leave now. Like I got owned so hard. Like what am I gonna say to that? Like that chat message, I'm not joking. That chat message reduced my certainty in the coma theory by at least 20%. Because I was like, wait, he's so right, actually. I am not that funny.
Dankies, DNM Dankies, DNM Dankies.
Wait, like actually, it's in the coma theory is actually it's now at 10%. Okay, I'm keeping it as a possibility, just as a possibility, just in case. But you're right. You're right. We're streaming the inauguration tomorrow. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Christ. Oh man. Hey you're finally awake. Miriam, thank you for the 4 months. Thanks. Thank you. Anyways, okay, yeah, I'm done talking about streaming and stuff. One sec. It's one of those things some content creators say is a joke, but a bunch of people, including some content creators, say it isn't a job. I love Kyle Klinsky. He's repeatedly said that what he does isn't a job. I don't know why he'd say some shit like that, but the awesome work that he's done. I mean, I think also like there are a lot of content creators who content comes really naturally for them. And they did get like a good amount of luck, or they always knew that they wanted to do it. And I think for those people, it really doesn't feel like a job at all. Like I think Kai Cenat, for example, has said basically the same. And I do think at a certain level of success where you know that like you're kind of like a business that's too big to fail, I think it really does stop feeling like work. Totally and entirely. I think until you're at that point, it kind of always will a little, because content is not necessarily something that you can do forever in the way that like you can do an office job forever. So you kind of need to do it for a short period of time and ideally build enough of a savings that when you want to retire, you can. Right? And until you get to that point, it kind of is always kind of a grind. And you kind of always need to keep grinding and keep growing. Also, when you are at a certain size, you can offshore a lot of the annoying labor to other people. Like smaller content creators, they don't necessarily have the funds to hire an entire team to make a backdrop for a set for a week-long subathon, right? But like, Kai Cenat can. But yeah. Anywho. Moving on. I would like to think that, like, if you put your heart and soul into something and you make something that you're proud of, I would call that pretty darn close to a job. And it's definitely, content creation, I will say one thing, it's definitely way more fulfilling than all of the other labor I've ever done. Which, like, to be fair, almost all the labor I've done has been office work, and office work is not fulfilling. It was fun. I like office work, but, a comfy night. I, like, straight up, I stream on some days, not necessarily because I want to, but because I think about chat, and I think about people in offline chat being like, no denim stream today. Feels bad. And that makes me so sad that I go live. I, like, guilt trip myself into streaming because I'm like, I can't let them down. I can't. So let's finish this. Let's finish this TikTok segment, and then I'll torture you guys with some Tom McDonald. Let's go.
And the lifestyle they've built. Small creators, many relying on TikTok for income through live streaming, affiliate marketing, or merchandise, are especially vulnerable. It's a stark reminder of how fragile digital careers can be in a world where platforms can vanish overnight.
So I'm a full-time TikToker who just signed a lease on a 3-bedroom apartment in Atlanta, Georgia, and now TikTok's gonna be banned and all my income's gonna be gone the day after my lease starts. So let's talk about what's gonna happen and what's gonna happen to a lot of creators who are in this similar position. First, before I talk about my lease, did you know that there are over 7 million US businesses on TikTok and they're gonna lose over $300 million in revenue immediately after TikTok is gone? These are your neighbors. These are not influencers. These are not people in LA. These are your neighbors trying to start something small. Your friend that sells lashes. Your friend that's trying to start a candle company. It's those people. Now, what's gonna happen to me? Because also, this lease that I live in now is gonna overlap with that one, so I'm gonna be paying 2 leases for a little bit just because that's the best way to work out. And the cheapest moving quote I've gotten was $2,200. And I have a 2025 car that I just bought. So like, what am I gonna do, right? well, I'm probably gonna lose everything. They're probably gonna have to seize my assets. Like, they might take the... Girl, please. None of that's gonna happen. There's gonna be a major shift, likely from what I'm seeing, from TikTok to Meta platforms. And they're already rolling out new monetization programs to help adjust with this, and a bunch of TikTok creators that will have to shuffle over there. And yes, that includes people like me, and also people like stay-at-home moms, single fathers that are using TikTok as supplemental income. Now, should I be scared about my situation specifically because I'm putting a lot of money on the line and risking everything? Yes, but I'm just not. I don't know. I feel something on my chest, just like an unwavering sense of peace through all of this, that no matter what happens, even if it does get bad, even if I do fall through on this lease because my income will be gone in one day, I feel like it's going to be fine. I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I'm capable, and so many of us on here are on here because we are that, including you, the viewer. Like, I feel like all of us will be okay in this, truly, and maybe I'm crazy for saying that.
Lawmakers and U.S. officials have long raised concerns about the national...
Well, that was an interesting reaction, I guess. Yeah, TikTok is working again. TikTok is working again for everybody. They're holding off because they realized that their bluff didn't work, that they thought that they could force ByteDance to sell, and then ByteDance didn't fold, and now they don't know what to do. They really want ByteDance to sell. I can tell you, Jenny Love, this does bring me back. I found out about you after you were banned. Absolutely love your content. Oh, thanks, you know.
security risks posed by TikTok's ties to China. These fears culminated last year when Congress passed a law mandating that TikTok's Chinese parent company, ByteDance, divest its ownership of the app or face being cut off from the U.S. market entirely. The deadline for compliance is set for January 19th, just one day before the new president assumes office, adding a heightened sense of urgency to the situation.
And to the US government, I'm never forgiving you for this. And I'm never gonna trust you ever again because you just, like that, took away millions of people's income and livelihood. And who does that? So I'm never trusting you ever again.
Which is like, I have to say, this is a funny reaction to have. And it is also hilarious that nothing the American government has done before this lost your trust, but them banning TikTok lost your trust. Like literally the meme of like, I can excuse racism, but banning TikTok is where I draw the line. Like, you what? What do you mean by that? TikTok is thanking Trump when you first get back on. Nice. You think we can gaslight Donald Trump into giving us universal health care? We can tell him that we'll call it Trump care or something. I honestly genuinely think that we can achieve a lot of things just by like Trump being kind of a wild card and just like doing some tricks on it for the greater good.
Again, with anything.
So I'm starting to give up hope that there's going to be a Hail Mary moment at the end of this that's going to save this app.
It's so dumb coming on the internet and crying about an app, but the fact is that this has
A 19-year-old upset over the TikTok ban set fire to Representative Glenn Grothman's local office, authorities said. Oh.
We all condemn violence, hear people smile.
There's been a sense of community for me for years now. And it got me through really, really hard times in my life. The pandemic, losing my job, all of that. Getting divorced, like all of this crap that's happened to me in the last 5 years since I've been on here. Hours and hours and hours of time I put into creating stuff for this platform. And I'm not the biggest creator on here. Like, I'm not like, I don't have 3 million followers or 10 million followers, but I do have a platform. It's the biggest platform I have, and I worked really hard to make it. On top of that, it's been a source of income for me for going on 3 years now. First it was just a little bit, but then it got to be more. I'm not like rich off of it, but it has significantly helped my income every month. And it's been consistent enough that like I've been able to rely on it. So
it's fucked up because I do think that there is something a little funny about saying you lost my trust, US government, for banning TikTok. Objectively, that's hilarious, right? But also, man, isn't it sad? Just like, you work really hard. And like, regardless, you can think content is not a job. You can think content creation is not a job. Imagine if you worked really hard and you like had and I've seen... okay, sorry. I have a lot of thoughts on the opinion on the topic. I will say personally, just in my personal circle, the people I see work the hardest are usually OnlyFans models. And I've seen what their workflow schedule looks like, and it is insane. it's insane. They are so diligent and they are so good about like keeping themselves consistent. Like, they have their day-to-day schedule is totally planned out. And it was literally yesterday. I was hanging out with a friend and they were showing me their schedule, and they literally have like pages and pages that they make of like a calendar for like, okay, here's the day that I'm going to shoot this. Here's the day I'm going to schedule it. Here's where I'm going to post it. And then this day I'm going to do this thing. And then I'm going to do this thing. And then here's the time I'm setting aside to brainwashing or brainstorming. And here's what I'm setting aside here and here. And I'm like, I should wake up and go live. Fuck, man. Shit. Brainwashing. Ooh, you want to watch my porn so bad. But like, seriously, it's like in depth on that shit, right? It's pretty crazy. It's pretty insane. They motivate me to work harder and spend more time just working in general. JOI, but it has subliminal messaging. Oh god. But can you imagine, Chad, if that was you, if like you set aside like hours every week just to schedule what you're going to do that week, right? And you're like, I want to upload, let's say you're a TikToker in this person's example, and you're like, you want to sell, I don't know, man, just pick an item, whatever item you want to sell, chat, and you want to make a business off of it. You have to set aside time for researching. You have to set aside time for recording. You have to set aside time for editing, for posting schedules, for product testing, for diversification, for like creative new types of content, for algo chasing. Like, you have to sit there and do all of these things, right? And you do this and you spend like 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours every single day or more. And you finally are able to make it work, right? And then like the platform gets banned. Fuck, man. I tried content creation. I just don't have the creativity or time to do it like the creators do. They seriously make it their life. Yes. Diversification? DEI? Question mark? Work in marketing for my job. It's so time consuming to generate content, create it, and post it. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why corporations hire people to run their social media accounts. I have a friend who gets hired to write funny things for other content creators. Like, it's a lot of creative labor and a lot of effort and a lot of like, especially until you like make it as a content creator. Because when you should hire that person, shut the fuck up. Stop. Especially before you make it, okay? It's a lot of just trying things and not understanding what you're doing wrong, right?
On top of being just sad that I'm losing my creative outlet and my platform, I'm like worried about like what I'm gonna do financially. And I know like I'll figure it out. Like I've had to do that a million times in my life. Like I'm an artist, I've had to figure it out a million times, but it just like, it sucks that I have to, or that any of us have to. It's so unfair. This is so much more than just an app. Like this is really truly a sense of community that there is nowhere else on the internet. And like, yes, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Red Note now, I'm on Lemonade. I don't even know what that is, but I have 13,000 followers on there. I've literally only logged in twice. But I know that none of it's gonna be the same. I know none of it's gonna be the same. So I guess if this goes away, and for those of you that I don't see on the other apps, I wanna say like, thank you to the community that I've had.
That's a flex. I don't even know what that is.
My little community, I had such a small little corner of TikTok, but it was really beautiful. And I really appreciate all of you guys. All the people that comment on all my videos, even when my views were down and I wasn't getting views, people that would comment, and I always saw you, the same people. I know who you guys all are, and I love you all so much. And I'm so appreciative for the time that we've had. And I can't believe I'm crying like this on the internet. It feels like the pandemic. I haven't done this since then. But it feels like I'm losing. It feels like I'm losing like a really good friend. And that sucks.
Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.
But yeah. Does it mean the government will go after my Marvel rivals? They better not. They fucking better not. I mean, realistically speaking, they wouldn't, because gaming is just like such a small sector. TikTok is very accessible, so that's why they went after it, right? Can you link the video? Yeah, sure. Yeah, luckily, however, Dennis, look who made Marvel Rivals and Get Ready. Well, I mean, I know. That's why the game is good. Duh. China #1. Like, come on. Be fucking for real for a second. But Rivals later? PogChamp? Maybe we'll play some Marvel Rivals later. I did play one more game since yesterday's stream. I got Plat 2. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Slowly climbing, slowly. Gaming off stream. It was just one. It was just one. It was just one stream. It was just one game. It was just one game. It was just one game. How much later do you have to guess? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Finally got enough blue currency to buy a skin. Did you see all the Twitch Rivals drama? Yes, I did. I mean, Twitch Rivals has never been organized well, to be quite honest. Or to be honest with you guys. I got Suda Lord. Yeah, let's go. Wait, really, Flocky? That's so cool. She streams games? Or she games on stream? I stream games on my other account. This is my politics channel. We have a different channel for gaming. Yeah, the Twitch rival drama, for people who missed it. Saikuno got booted from the Twitch Rivals lobby because he hit GM, and it was only supposed to be people who hit Plat that were allowed to play, but they didn't do their due diligence to check that themselves. Yeah. And then there was like some forced sack of GMs that were playing, even though and it was just fine. But like Twitch Rivals has always been kind of a mess. They went from allowing 2 GMs per team to 4 GMs, back to 2, so people got kicked. They changed the rules, then changed it back, and then ignored the rules altogether? Yeah. Because, like, you have to understand that, like, the people that are organizing it, it's like some ragtag team. There probably isn't a good, like, line of communication, and it's just randomly bringing people on. So when you're organizing an event like that, you have to spend like at least a week in advance. So, yeah. Yeah. Wait, sorry. Wait. There's more. There's more to it. I know I said we were going to move on, but it says me this one. Okay. One more. Mike put this on my feed, so you can blame Mike for it. American influencers crying have full-blown meltdowns over the TikTok ban is so unserious. Losing your livelihood because a bunch of fascist genociders want to censor speech they can't control is a pretty good reason to be distressed. I mean, I do agree. I mean, like, just think about it if it was you, chat. Like, you spend, like, hundreds of hours or thousands of hours trying to, like, make it. And then it gets taken away from you off of bullshit.
It's really not fair that, like, it's really not fair that, like, they're banning TikTok. And I know it's dramatic as hell that I'm crying, but I just seen a video of the girl that made the renegade dance. And I'm crying because I read a comment that was like the algorithm saying goodbye to us. And I've been noticing that a lot over the past, like, week. Like, all the trends that came in the beginning are coming back. And it just makes me really sad because it genuinely feels like our parents just came in the middle of a school year and said, yeah, forget all your friends, forget all the hard work that you did at this school, forget everything that you did. You're going to have to start from scratch. And it sucks because it's like, it's beyond TikTok dances. It's beyond all of that. Like, we have put Black culture on a stage that everybody can appreciate. Y'all have shown me things about psychology and my family and my friends and myself that I would have never learned in this lifetime. Like, I don't really know, like, and I know it sounds dramatic to say I don't know what I'm going to do without TikTok, but, like, bro, I really don't know who I'm going to be without TikTok, because a large part of who I have become in the last 6 years and a large part of my growth has come from a lot of the stuff I've learned off of this app. And I really hate to say goodbye.
Has anyone else just been crying on this app all night? Because it feels like we're losing, like, a community. It feels like we're losing friends. We're losing, like, a platform where we learned so much about things we didn't know about.
Which, spoiler alert, that's the real reason it's getting banned. Has nothing to do at all with security risks. Sorry, I see people keep coming in here to say that it's back. I'll just write it on the screen. And it has everything to do with the fact that we literally have confirmation, by the way. It has everything to do with the fact that people were getting informed about Israel and Palestine. And that you could easily go on TikTok and see videos, not even from people in Gaza, but IDF members talking about how excited they are to genocide. And there was I think it was like, not the Secretary of State. It was I think a conversation between Anthony Blinken and somebody else, and I'm blanking on their name, basically saying that a big part of the ban was because of the rising pro-Palestine sentiment. It was Romney. And that's why it got banned. Because it's hard to control what the masses think when they can easily just go look for their information themselves. And they don't have to watch your garbage that you put on CNN or the garbage that you put on MSNBC. Shocker, I know. When you don't get to manufacture consent and people actually have to go and watch this content themselves and see what the fuck is happening in the occupied West Bank, or what's happening in Gaza, or what's happening in Israel, people's opinions tend to change a little bit.
Opportunities, places to eat, movies to watch, books to read. It's inspiring seeing people talk about how the fish are going to move somewhere else afterwards and how the community is not going to go away, but it just feels like losing a family member, and it's a fucking app. I know I might be being dramatic, and I know I'm not somebody that got some crazy following on this app, but TikTok made a fucking difference for me. And this sucks.
These people got to be fake crying? No, they're not. The people whose job it was? No. No. Personally, I just want to say, I thank TikTok every day for Lolo posting this.
Good people of Arrakis, it's me, Shia-Lud, your beloved sandworm of the desert. Many people are saying Paul Atreides, little Paul Atreides, I call him Pesky Paul. He's Al-Mahdi, people are calling him Lisan Al-Gaib. Pesky Paul's calling himself Muad'Dib. He said, Muad'Dib, I'm a little desert mouse. Just a humble little desert mouse. And he is very tiny, I saw him. I could crush him easily. Folks, you can't trust Pesky Paul. He's got the Bene Gesserit. Nasty women, those Bene Gesserit trying to control the outcome of events. He's going around the desert. He's going to the south of the southern border. He's bringing up religious fanatics from the south. He's trying to wage a holy war in the whole universe. Now the Harkonnens, we don't like the Harkonnens, folks. They're terrible. They're terrible. They gave us a bad deal, but I can get a better deal from the Harkonnens. What can I say? They want our spice. It's the most precious substance in the universe. We're going to get a better deal. We're going to make Arrakis great again. It's going to be an amazing time. We're going to have paradise here in Arrakis, not because of Pesky Paul, but because of your old friend Shia-Lud.
I love this. I love this TikTok so much. Shia-Lud. Nasty women. Nasty women. Comedic genius Lolo. Oh, God. One more time. Okay, one more time. One last time. Sorry, it's just so good.
Good people of Arrakis, it's me, Shia-Lud, your beloved sandworm of the desert. Many people are saying Paul Atreides, little Paul Atreides, I call him Pesky Paul. He's Al-Mahdi, people are calling him Lisan Al-Gaib. Pesky Paul's calling himself Muad'Dib. He said, Muad'Dib, I'm a little desert mouse. Just a humble little desert mouse, and he is very tiny, I saw him. I could crush him easily. Folks, you can't trust Pesky Paul. He's got the Bene Gesserit. Nasty women, those Bene Gesserit trying to control the outcome of events. He's going around the desert. He's going to the south of the southern border. He's bringing up religious fanatics from the south. He's trying to wage a holy war in the whole universe. Now the Harkonnens, we don't like the Harkonnens, folks. They're terrible. They're terrible. They gave us a bad deal, but I can get a better deal from the Harkonnens. What can I say? They want our spice. It's the most precious substance in the universe. We're going to get a better deal. We're going to make Arrakis great again. It's going to be an amazing time. We're going to have paradise here in Arrakis, not because of Pesky Paul, but because of your old friend Shia-Lud.
Cinema, dude, it's cinema. Nasty women. Nasty women. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right, okay. Dude, what is...